Every time you click a link, every time you open a website, every time you type www, you're using one of the most important inventions in human history. But here's the strange part. The man who created it is not a billionaire tech celebrity. He didn't build an empire. He gave it away. This is the story of Tim Berners-Lee, the man who built the World Wide Web. Before 1989, the internet already existed. Scientists used it. The military used it. Universities used it. But it was messy. Different computers couldn't talk to each other easily. Information was scattered across incompatible systems. You needed technical knowledge just to retrieve files. There were no websites, no browsers, no hyperlinks. The internet was an infrastructure, but it wasn't usable for the world. In 1980, Tim Berners-Lee began working at CERN in Switzerland. CERN was, and still is, one of the largest scientific research centers in the world. Thousands of scientists from over 100 countries, each using different computers, different formats, different systems. An information chaos. Berners-Lee saw something others didn't. What if all documents could be linked together across any computer, anywhere in the world? Not just stored, connected. In March 1989, inside an office at CERN, Tim Berners-Lee submitted a document titled Information Management, a Proposal. It was just a few pages long, but it contained the blueprint for the modern digital world. CERN had thousands of researchers. When a scientist left CERN, their data often became inaccessible. Information didn't disappear, it became disconnected. Berners-Lee described this as a web of information that needed linking. That word, web, would later define everything. His proposal suggested combining three existing concepts. Hypertext, the idea that documents can contain links to other documents. TCP/IP networking, the global internet infrastructure. Universal addressing, a standard way to locate any document. The breakthrough was not in inventing these ideas individually, it was integrating them into one universal system. He imagined a world where any document could link to any other document, across any computer, in any country. No central control, no proprietary restrictions, just connected knowledge. When his supervisor, Mike Sendall, reviewed the proposal, he wrote, "Vague, but exciting." It wasn't a formal green light. It wasn't massive funding, it was permission to experiment. That small approval changed history. By late 1990, Berners-Lee began turning the proposal into reality. Working on a next computer, he developed HTML to structure documents, HTTP to transmit them, URL to locate them. He also built the first web browser, the first web server. This wasn't just theory anymore. It was functional. On August 6, 1991, the first website went live at info.cern.ch. It explained what the web was, how to create a web page, how to set up a server. The web's first act was teaching others how to build it. That decision reflects Berners-Lee's philosophy. Open systems grow faster than closed ones. The 1989 proposal did something subtle but powerful. It transformed information from static files stored on machines into a living, connected ecosystem. That is the foundation of Google search, Wikipedia, e-commerce, social media, online education, cloud computing. All of it traces back to that 1989 document. In 1993, CERN made a historic announcement. The web would be released to the public. Royalty-free and patent-free. Think about that. He could have licensed it. He could have built a monopoly. He could have become one of the richest men alive. Instead, he made it open for everyone. That decision allowed explosive growth. By 1995, browsers like Netscape were spreading worldwide. By the 2000s, the web powered global commerce. Today, over 5.3 billion people use the internet. More than 1.1 billion websites exist. Global e-commerce exceeds $6 trillion annually, all built on the standards he created. Despite enabling trillion-dollar industries, Berners-Lee is not a household name like other tech founders. His estimated net worth is around $60 million. For comparison, many companies built on top of the web are worth hundreds of billions, even trillions of dollars. He could have patented the web. He could have licensed HTML. He could have charged fees for HTTP usage. He didn't. That decision likely cost him unimaginable personal wealth. But the world recognized what he had done. In 2004, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for services to the development of the Internet. From that moment, he became Sir Tim Berners-Lee. In 2016, he received the highest honor in computer science, the Turing Award, often called the Nobel Prize of Computing. In 2012, during the London Olympic Games opening ceremony, something symbolic happened. In front of a global audience of nearly 1 billion people, Berners-Lee appeared live on stage. He typed a simple message: "This is for everyone." That sentence summed up his philosophy. The web was never meant to belong to corporations. It was meant to belong to humanity. Today, Sir Tim Berners-Lee is not retired. He is not watching history unfold from the sidelines. He is trying to fix what he believes went wrong. Over the last decade, he has spoken openly about his concerns: centralization of power by major tech platforms, data harvesting and loss of privacy, algorithmic manipulation, misinformation, loss of user control. In 2009, he co-founded the World Wide Web Foundation to promote digital equality and protect web rights globally. Then, in 2018, he launched Inrupt. Inrupt focuses on a project called Solid, a system designed to give individuals control over their personal data. The idea is simple but radical. Instead of your data being stored and controlled by platforms, you store it yourself. And companies must request permission to access it. He is essentially trying to decentralize the web again, to return it closer to its original vision: open, user-controlled, universal.